Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today, and what a day it's been. This preview's come a little late than I would have liked, but there's some logic, there is some methods to the madness, there is a reasoning, and that is because I wanted to wait until all the games are over. Because what started badly, because we were looking at Tottenham went 1-0 down, and then they won 4-1. Man United went 1-0 down, and then they won 2-1. And I'm just like, okay, well, you know, what started off so good is now looking like it's going to be a pretty poor weekend overall. And then Arsenal showed up. I have to mention this, yeah? Before we get into everything, I've got to mention this. Any Arsenal fans, with respect, yeah? I'm saying this with respect to you guys. But please, 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 please don't bring up conceding less than 15 goals in the season ever again. You're not going to do it. No one else is going to do it. We're not even going to do it again. No one's touching that record again. Yeah, you know what you're going to need to touch that record? You're going to need Jose Mourinho to reincarnate into himself of 20 years ago to do that again or to beat it. It's not happening. It's not happening. So, with respect, forget it. You ain't getting there. No one's getting there. That record is never getting touched. And neither is going 4 years unbeaten at home getting touched either. Again, courtesy of Jose. And a little bit else of some Avram Grant and what else? A bit of Carlo? No, Scolari. Yeah, we lost it with Scolari. Bloody hell. Anyway, before we get into the preview for Liverpool versus Arsenal, you're living in my head rent-free now. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Arsenal have been there and done it. They lost 2-0. They've dropped points. So I'll get to that. Before we get into it, don't forget to catch the review as it drops tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed and notification bell on. And I told you guys yesterday there will be a brand new vlog. And guess what? It's up. So make sure you're hitting the first link in the description. I can even leave a link for you guys right here if you want to hit this rather than going to the description. But check out my other personal channel, my second channel, and you'll see a brand new video is on there. And what I got up to would, I think, be very interesting for you to see. Hence why I posted the video. So go and see what I mean by that, by going clicking it and seeing it for yourself, because the title itself should explain everything to you. So thank you very much, and make sure you're subbed over there because there's going to be regular content on there coming down. So make sure you're there. Let's get cracking. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Now, this is set up very nicely for us because the way that the Premier League table is looking at the moment, Aston Villa did win today, if I'm going to get the results up. Yeah, they beat Fulham 3-1. Brighton beat Newcastle 1-0. That's... It's a good result, but it's not a good result because Brighton have gone above us, but Newcastle are behind us. So it's a bit iffy. Tottenham won, so they're now 1 point behind us, but we've got a game to play. If Chelsea win... Hold that thought, because I can already hear some rivals going, you win, Anfield. Pff, okay. Shut up. If Chelsea win, yeah, we go into third. We will go above Arsenal because our goal difference is already better than theirs. Can I just say that again, by the way? Yeah. Our goal difference is already better than theirs. I have to give it a little bit of ego here because, look, we've suffered, man. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 seasons. This is the third season of hoping things are going to start looking normal again at our place. And I don't want to get too ahead, but things are looking all right, yeah? And now we have a chance to go above Arsenal. But not just that. It's a 6-pointer. Because if we were to win, it would mean we go 1 point behind Liverpool. And if they were to win, it would mean that the gap increases to 7 points between us and Liverpool. It's a 6-pointer. So, this game's important. This game is important. As much as I know some Chelsea fans are going to go, oh, okay, but we don't want to put the pressure on because, you know, it's not an easy place to win. If we don't win, it's not the end of the world. Yes, but... the circumstance of this game means that it could set a trajectory for the forthcoming games and it could mean something pretty mad for the season. We have got a very tough run of games that are kicking off tomorrow. Yeah. If we look at Chelsea's games, let's look into what we've got to do. And look, as much as Liverpool and Chelsea have both been on good form, I can see here, Chelsea have won 4 out of the last 5 and drew the last one, we remember, against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool have won the last 5. So it's a bit mad. But the next games are Liverpool away, Panathinaikos away. That should be straightforward, but it's the toughest Conference League game we have. Newcastle at home in the league. Newcastle away in the League Cup. Man United away at Old Trafford. And then we have Conference League against Noah at the Bridge. And then we play Arsenal. It's not easy. This is going to be the period. This is the time that's going to tell us exactly where this Chelsea team are. What is our level? Where are we for real? Not looking at the games of the run that we had, where we were winning and getting points and everything was looking nice. That's against opposition with respect. Normally, it should be routine. But we've been through the trenches and back, yeah? We've been to war and back. You could say on a literal and a non-literal level, right? Because we had the club stripped of its owner and that we went to war, yeah? And we've also been to war on the pitch and with the way that we've been playing over the last 2 years, which just hasn't been good enough. So these wins should be routine. But now this is a run of games that you normally get in December, January. We're getting it now. It's time to step up to the mark. And I have to say this, right? Before people are going to say, oh, but don't put pressure on and whatnot. No, I'm not trying to. But you beat Liverpool tomorrow, it sets the tone. It sets the tone. Imagine we went to Anfield tomorrow and we won. Oh my God. Do you remember when I talked about when we beat, what game was it? When we beat, was it West Ham? Yeah, it was the West Ham game when we beat West Ham away. And I told you guys that felt like a breakthrough. That was a breakthrough, right? If we beat Liverpool tomorrow, at that point, I can actually start entertaining us being back on a level. I can actually start going, okay, it might actually be happening, guys. It might be happening, yeah? If we beat Liverpool tomorrow, you're going to see me get excited about Chelsea in a way that I've not been excited for nearly 3 years. Basically, right? Where I begin to think, okay, we're serious. We can do something this season. We are at a level. That could be the one that sets the tone. Because you beat Liverpool, all of a sudden, the rest of your opposition are now taking you seriously. Confidence is now sky high. Things are clicking. Everyone's happy. And it's just moving forward. Why am I saying it like this? Because I've got to be honest with you. Liverpool have a fantastic run, right? And when you look at the Premier League table, when you look at it, it's crazy, right? They've won 6 out of 7 and they've lost 1, which was, I think, the first game. Was it not against Nottingham Forest? As much as that sounds great, but Liverpool are beatable. Liverpool are beatable. I don't look at Liverpool and feel scared. I'm not scared of Liverpool. But I want to put it like this. I'm not scared of anyone. I think this season is a very interesting season. Why? Because Liverpool are beatable. City are beatable. Arsenal, clearly, just proven, are beatable. But they are really good teams. Don't get it twisted. They're really good teams. But they're not. None of them seem like they're at a level where you go, oh my God. Like we got no chance here. We're going to get suffocated. That happened last season. The season before that, you would get that. This season, I'm not feeling it. If we don't get a result tomorrow at Anfield, I reckon it's going to be because of us. I reckon we did something stupid. Or we made a mistake. Or we made a blunder. Or defender gave it to a Liverpool player and he ran and scored. Or Sanchez decided to throw it into his own net. Or I don't know, something happens. Yeah, something with us. With all due respect to Sanchez, because he's been playing really well lately. But you get the gist. I would reckon it's more likely to be a Chelsea mistake that costs Chelsea than Liverpool being unbelievable. I don't think that's going to happen. So this is why I'm coming in tomorrow with, I don't want to come in with an acceptance of, if we lose, it's okay. Like, no, because they're beatable, man. They are beatable. Just us, don't make any flipping mistakes. Yeah, don't do anything stupid. It's as simple as that. Don't do anything dumb is the message. If you don't do anything dumb, we can go over there and get some points. We can. So let's see what happens. Now, I'm proud to say once again, injury news, we ain't got any. Come on. We got no injuries. It's a free list. The list is empty. The paper is empty. The sheet is empty. It's as good as this. It's empty. There's no one on the list. So, bearing that in mind, everyone's available, which is absolutely fantastic. Unless, have we got suspensions? Cucurella suspended. I just remembered. Bloody hell. He is, isn't he? Is it Cucurella? Cucurella suspended. I need to. I'll bring up the team in a bit. I'll correct it there because I've put Cucurella in there and he shouldn't be there. Is it Cucurella? Yeah, it's Cucurella. Yeah, Cucurella suspended. But I feel like there's someone else. I'm not sure who. Anyway, Liverpool are an interesting one because across the pitch, you know what to expect. But there's one area of the pitch where they're very flexible. And this is where we might need to address ourselves here. And there's a big question as to who's going to start for Chelsea tomorrow because of this area of the pitch. And where is that? Centre mid. Because Liverpool are not a team like they were under Jurgen Klopp. With Jurgen Klopp, it was very rock and roll. We know the term. Very up and down, very hectic, chaotic. You know the gist. Loads of space in behind, but if they come at you and they're attacking, you've got no chance. They're going to suffocate you. They don't really leave much spaces except for in behind. When they're on the ball, they move it fast. All of that. With Slot, it's not like that. With Slot, it's a little more conservative, but they try to pick out their moments, and they like to control the game from the middle of the park. Now, this is where they're flexible because their last game, for example, they had McAllister, they had Gravenberch, they had Curtis Jones, right? And Gakpo playing in a very left-sided role. But they've got Szoboszlai on the bench, for example, in their last game who they brought off. They've got other players that they brought on. They brought on Endo. They brought on a couple of others. They brought on Robertson. They brought on Luis Diaz. They've got flexibility, not only in that front line. We know they've got flexibility in that front line. They can bring off Luis Diaz, for example. They can bring on Gakpo, or they can rotate and put Jota up front, or put him on the side, or they can put Salah on the right. They've got a lot of flexibility, but in that midfield, they've got choices, and they can go with McAllister, Szoboszlai. They can bring in Gravenberch. They can bring in Curtis Jones. With us, we ain't got that flexibility. We got two options. That's it. We go with Enzo Caicedo. We're going Lavia Caicedo. It's not going to be no Caicedo. That's our question here. And with Chelsea, there is a thing about Enzo at the moment. And we know that apparently we've won a lot more games without him on the pitch. But I do want to stress as well, I know that Enzo seems like it can be a bit of a problem. But last season, I don't really want to reflect it too much on last season. Because last season, we now know he was playing with a massive hernia injury the entire way through. Which he now has sorted. This season, it hasn't looked brilliant. But there has been, I think, a few moments where Enzo has been beneficial. So for me, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm in a spot right now where I don't know what to think on Enzo. Because I've seen bad things and I've seen good things. And I'm like, I don't know what impact he's going to have tomorrow if he's on the pitch. My brain tells me that we should be gaining with him on the pitch, but my brain also tells me that we might be lacking with him on the pitch. Because we need that physicality and we need to stop Liverpool from just walking through our midfield. And they do have the players to just walk through if we do make any mistakes, or if we're lazy, or if we're not focused, or if we make... We've seen the Chelsea midfield open up before. We can't have that tomorrow. It cannot happen. No mistakes can happen tomorrow. So this is why we think about, should Lavia play? But Lavia's not played since he's come back from injury. I think he played a little bit, like a few minutes. That's it. And then we're going to throw him in against Liverpool. It's a very, very delicate situation. And I think it's just one of those things we're just going to have to go through with it and just see what happens. But I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it, right? I think it's going to have to be Enzo and Caicedo, but I have to stress, it has to be a flawless performance from both. Caicedo I'm feeling a lot more sure with, because physically he seems like he can be everywhere. Enzo is the one that concerns me here. I don't want Enzo opening up that midfield. And Cucurella was the one that was inverting nicely in order to cover. Now that's not happening. We're going to have to rely on Renato Vega, I'm pretty sure. I'll get to the lineup. There needs to be that balance there. If it's not, we'll get carved open like a hot knife through butter. And we don't want that. So apart from that, I'm pretty assured all across the pitch. It's just that midfield. That's my only issue. Obviously, look, I want to stress this. Defensively, we can't be making any stupid mistakes either. Like, I can't be having that. Sanchez has got to be on his game. No crazy antics, no stupid risky passes. Just play your game. The same goes to the defence. Don't waste time. Don't hesitate. If you got to get rid. If you know you got to play it short and there's an option, play it short. But be decisive and be quick. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. We have to be sure. If not, if we make a mistake, we'll get cooked. We will get cooked. They will score. So, that's it. We get into the starting 11 now. Let me show you, because this is what I've come up with. And it's self-explanatory, but let me explain. Here's my starting 11. Now, as I've said, I've left Cucurella on the pitch. He shouldn't be there. That's a mistake. Replace him with... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this now. Because I owe it to you guys, the viewer. There he is. There's Renato Vega. That's easy. So this would be my team, honestly. Sanchez in goal, Renato Vega on the left, Gusto on the right. I'm not playing Reece James tomorrow. He's available, but don't. Unless we're winning minimum 2-0 and it's the 85th minute, or it's 3-0 and it's the 80th minute, right? Or the 75th. Cool, bring Reece James on for some 10 minutes or 15. Tops. But there's no need. There's just no need. So Gusto at right back. The midfield, Enzo, Caicedo, but you know the gist how it is there. Palmer, just ahead of him in that free number 10, you do what you want role. And then the front three for me picks itself. I would go Madueke because he's direct. But please, tomorrow is a game where we can't have any... I know some people are going to say, oh no, it's okay to be selfish. You appreciate the balance. I'm looking for a balance here. I'm not saying don't shoot. Shoot, man. I need wingers to score goals too. And that's why I'm going to look at Sancho in a bit and say, mate, you got to start shooting. Yeah? But your priority is to look at who is available in the box when you're running at it. If there's no option and you see a chance to shoot, shoot. Go for it. And that is something I don't need to worry with Madueke. But the problem that I have with Madueke is when he does come into the box and he does have a defender in front of him and he's got options that are free and he doesn't, he wants to shoot and then he fluffs it, that's where I'm onto him. You've got to think of the team. If there's no option, you can see an opportunity, you know you've got this, have a dig, go for it, like we've seen, and cool, that's fine. But you've got to balance the two. The same is said to Sancho. Sancho, when it comes to assist and being able to pick out his teammates, absolute diamond. That's what I need from Madueke, right? But Sancho, I also need what Madueke is doing as well. When you get the chance to shoot, don't twist and turn and try and go back and twist the defender again. I need you to take the chance, yeah? There's no other option. You can see a chance, mate, hit it. Put it top bins. Do what you got to do. Just don't do it all the time. Right? Balance. The two, both of them need their balance. It's as simple as that. And Jackson, he scored on international duty. I'm happy. Great. It was a bit of a blunder goal, I'll be honest. But he got a goal. What a statement it would be to get a goal tomorrow at Anfield, hey? And this is where I'm looking for... I'm not looking for incredible size and strength. It's going to be tough. He's going to have to come up against Van Dijk and Konate. Those are physical specimens. I don't expect Jackson to win those battles, I'll be honest. This is where I'm scared because Jackson can get marked out of the game here pretty easily. But he's got to be moving. Your aim here is to not try and out-battle the centre-backs. You got to try and outwit them. You got to try and make those runs. You got to try and get in behind. You got to try and maybe shift and dimmy off a defender. Send him one way, try and come in the other with someone else seeing you and trying to make that ball into the box where you're already ahead of the defender. You got to try and pick those runs. It's as simple as you got to. If you're not picking the runs, we ain't seeing Jackson tomorrow. So he's got to use his brain tomorrow. He's got to use his brain. And I hope he does. And if he does get a goal tomorrow, that would be absolutely magnificent. So, do you agree or disagree? Let me know down below. But that is my starting 11. And as I tell you guys, once again, hit the subscribe button, notification bell on. And I give you guys my prediction. And by the way, there's no watch-alongs. I've seen some of your comments. I've got to address this, by the way. There's no watch-alongs for this season because it's impossible for me to be able to stay consistent with the watch-alongs. I know there's already been games where I've not been watching it at home. There is going to be games where I am watching it at home, but at the same time, there are going to be times in the year when I'm going to be away. I'm not going to be away. It's just hectic, and it's not good for the watch-along schedule, so I didn't even bother. But reviews are no matter where I am. So that's why they're here. So make sure you're catching the review tomorrow. And prediction, I have to try and be honest here because my predictions have been good lately, and that's because I've been honest. Do we win tomorrow? I honestly think we can win, man. But it is Liverpool. My head tells me 2-2. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to say, oh, but you know what? Nah, Chelsea going to win just because I want Chelsea to win. No, I'm giving you a prediction because I'm trying to predict what's going to happen. My honest prediction is 2-2. But we can beat them. So please go and beat them. If that makes sense, yeah? I hope that makes sense. So let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. So make sure you guys are here. See you on the review. Enjoy the game. Catch you tomorrow. Take care. And peace.